We are going to learn about a new tool today. So before we get started, let's open up Illustrator. And this new tool that we're going to learn is called the Rotate tool. And it is probably one of the most exciting tools and fun to use tools in Illustrator. So it is located right there. So to start, we need a shape. So a couple things. Let's just draw a plain square. And the Rotate tool, if I click once on it, I can come over here, and if I grab it right by one, on one of the paths, I can rotate it this way. So let's just say I want to go like that. But then I can go even further. If I press the Option key and I click somewhere offside, okay, just basically I'm creating a center point or the rotation point. And I click, so I'm holding Option and I'm clicking once. This dialog box will open up. Now here's what it's going to say. Basically, you're creating how many times you want this to rotate around. So to start, I'm going to say a full circle is 360 degrees. So I'm going to type in 360. Then I'm going to divide that by how many times I want my shape to go around that rotation point. Let's just say I want it to go around 15 times. Okay. Now here's the important part. You have to hit copy. Okay, if you click OK, it'll just move one square over. But if you hit copy, it does this. Now here's where it gets fun. On your keyboard, press Command and the letter D, and just keep pressing it until it goes all the way around. Okay, so what you just did right there is you created a whole new design. And you can do different things with this design. If I use my Select tool, which is up here, black arrow, and I just drag a box around all of these, I can add color by going to my fill and choosing a color. Clicking that, and then now it looks like that. I could get rid of the black stroke and also make that red so that it looks like this. I could unite these in my Pathfinder so that it's no longer separate shapes but all one entire shape. And now I have a whole new shape. Let's try something else. Let's go into here, and maybe this time we'll use our ellipse tool. And I'm just going to draw a perfect circle. And I'm going to do the exact same thing. Let's first start with no fill. So on this one, I'm going to click one time on the Rotate tool, and I'm going to come off of it a little bit. I'm going to press Option and click once. I'm going to make a decision, so 360 divided by, let's do 20 maybe this time, and press Copy, and again Command D until it goes all the way around. And then now I have something like this. And I can take this even further. If I select all of it, I can go over here into my Pathfinder, and I can go to what's called Divide. And if I click on that, now all of these little intersecting shapes are individual shapes, which means I can color each one of those individually. Now the way you would grab each one of those is by using your white arrow, your direct selection tool. So if I come there and grab that, and I come in and I click right there on that line, what I can do is I can come over my fill and I can change the color to just that area. And I can go in and I can do whatever I want with this. And I can continue to color. Okay, so that's something else you can do. Let's see. Anyways, okay, so you are free to play with something like that. You could also, let's try another shape. We're going to start with the polygon tool. Let's drag it out like that. Now here's what we're going to do with this one. First, no fill. Now, instead of just clicking once on the Rotate tool, I'm going to double click on the Rotate tool. So now I'm keeping my rotation point right in the middle. I'm not letting it come outside of it. And over here, 360 works the exact same way, 360 divided by, let's say just by 5. And again, copy. And then we'll just do Command D. And then now I have another pattern or another design. So you can see that. Okay, so as you see, the rotate tool allows us to create all sorts of different designs and patterns. Okay, here's what you're going to do today. I want you to design a flower. So I'm going to show you how to start this, and I want you, actually let's just start it first. So I'm going to go to the ellipse tool, and I am going to draw my first flower petal. Okay, now I want my flower petals to be pointed on the end. So here's how you do it. Hidden behind the pen tool, so click on that and hold it down, you have this tool called the Convert Anchor Point tool. I'm going to select that. Now what that does is it says any curve that is round, it can make into a point by simply clicking on the point there. Okay, so now I have that. Okay, I'm going to come in here, I'm going to make sure this is selected. I'm going to click once on the rotate tool, come just offside of it. 360 divided by, let's do 10 petals and copy. Actually, that's not good. Let's do something better than that. So again, you got to make sure it's completely selected. Click one time on the rotate tool, and we're just going to move it to here. There we go. 360 divided by 12. Copy. There we go. All right, so again, Command D all the way around. Okay, so that's the start of my flower. I'm going to grab it all. I am going to hit divide so that each of these now are individual and I can color them. And here's what I want you guys to do today. I would like you to play with making different flower patterns, and I would like you to make a bouquet. And that is your challenge today. So I would say you should try to make at least 10 different flowers in your bouquet, and they should all be different. And something